Hello everybody and a very good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Happy Independence Day. He said happy anniversary then. Happy anniversary if you're celebrating an anniversary today. Happy birthday if you've got a birthday, but more importantly, happy 4th of July. It is Independence Day, and I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun here. We've been celebrating along with you, and I've got to tell you, it will be up on my Facebook page shortly. In between shows, not only did I do some filming in the tightest suit known to man, Jan will attest to that. Well, what it wasn't this suit.
He couldn't even bend down to tie his shoelaces, bless him. Caitlin had to tie his shoelaces.
It's tight around the waist. No, so it's fine around the waist, but tight around the calves. So I couldn't, every time I went to bend down.
Around like the stiff-legged man.
You'll see the photos on our Christmas in July bits and pieces. So there was that, and then myself, George, and Jake, we did a little bit of an experiment trying to make s'mores to celebrate the 4th of July. Over the weekend, you guys just gave me a few hints and tips. We had to do it in the microwave, so we've filmed a little video of s'mores. It's on my Facebook page, going up in just a few minutes' time. You'll have to let us know what you think about it. I did try and make one for you, Jen, but I just ran out of time.
That's okay, I don't mind. I shouldn't really be eating them anyway.
No.
I'm trying to be good, okay. But I'm there in spirit. I'm with you in spirit.
It was difficult to kind of get the marshmallow chocolate ratio right, but I think we just about did it.
Got it sussed.
Yeah, George is still a bit like that. But we are celebrating with you. We've had some fantastic demos today as well. Go back and watch the previous shows. Wake Up Call, you'll see Jan's demo that she did celebrating Independence Day. And also you'll see some amazing demos with our brand new vintage Snowman collection, which has been flying out of the door. And we've got lots more to come on Monday Makers tonight as well. Some really fantastic deals, up to 70% off, and actually we've got a stunning Monday mega deal for you as well. But let's have a look with Jan as to what we've got coming up over the course of the next couple of hours.
We've got a nice mixture on the show tonight, haven't we? But just as Ben just mentioned, I'll just show you this one again for the benefit of anybody that's just tuned in to this show. I made this earlier on this morning just to say, you know, we can celebrate with you guys over here. Just sending all our love out to you all over in the States, and hope everybody has a fantastic day. We've had so many stories of what people are up to today, what they're cooking, what they're planning to do, and all fireworks and things like that. So yeah, this was my sort of little tribute with everything sort of red, white and blue for you guys. So hope it all goes well for you. So that was what we did this morning. And then today we've got a nice mixture of products on the show tonight for you. So I'm going to start off with some samples from those lovely layering scene dies. Now, we actually did one of these on Wake Up Call, and I did the fantasy one with the castle in the background. This is a different take on it, but the idea here is that we have got that dimension in here, and you can just see where it's sort of almost like looking into a tunnel, but the dies allow you to create all those different layers, and we will demo these in the show to give you an idea. So this one's actually the forest scene, so you've got more of that oval aperture again, just bringing in your inks or your alcohol pens, however you want to colour. If you're not into colouring, you can die cut them into papers and things like that. And then this one's been done slightly different, very cleverly done this. So at the front, nice little card, it's got the fairy on there and a couple of little things, but when you open this up, how cleverly done is that one?
That's great.
So watch the little fairy. She sort of pops into the scene as if she's flying.
Yeah, that's really clever.
Very clever. So Sandy made this for us, one of our design team members, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So again, using elements on the sides here of those layering scenes, and that's the fairy one. So that was those layering scenes. We've also got some beautiful creator cards on the show. So again, we've got the beautiful sort of flowers and vines there.
Yeah.
So these are all die cut, and then the stamps over the top of the die cut, or vice versa. You can stamp first and then pop them through the die cutting machine. So yeah, just however you want to. So that one's a frame. We've also got scenes in there. Some of these are gorgeous. And again, whether you want to use your alcohol markers, whether you want to use watercolour mediums, anything like that. And then again, just nice and tranquil. Just going for a sort of meander. It says, have a wonderful day. You can just imagine walking down the path. Where does it go to? Producer Johnny says it's the yellow brick road, so we're off to Oz. Simple as that.
I was thinking Elton John when you said yellow brick road.
We've also got those lovely cutting sentiments as well. So again, this is the one that I used. I used the word celebrate to make that one this morning for you guys. Just done in a different way there, but these cut into your cardstock. You can see there is a little bit of a gap there behind it. And then just mixing and matching it with things you may have in your stash, depending on what your event is. Again, nice bold colours there for the birthday one. And this one's been cut through both layers. So you've got the birthday and
cool.
it matches up perfectly with the layer behind it.
Has that
and
gone
then
through one cut?
Yes, in a Gemini you'd be able to do that in one cut. Because they're fairly simple outlines and nothing intricate, it will go through both of them. As far as other machines are concerned, then I would have to just give it a try, and if it didn't quite make it, usually it makes enough of an impression on the back layer for you to then realign the die and do a second cut. But the stamps, mix and match stamps that come with them, so you've got happy birthday, eat all the cake, or eat some more in George's case. he's suffering in there now, bless him, I can hear him, he's suffering now after all that. And again, using the, just using them vertically there on the edge, so thank you so very much. So lots of different phrases in there for you, but just giving you a little glimpse, and I've got demos with all of these products lined up for you during the show there.
We cannot wait, and I tell you what, it's so lovely. Do you know what, I'm so appreciative that we've got so many of you with us today, and I'll do a few hellos before we get started, because realise it's such a big day, particularly for our US viewers, so thank you for spending time with us. We really do appreciate it, and hopefully you'll enjoy the fun, you'll enjoy the demos, and you'll enjoy the great products that we've got on the show. Some really great prices tonight as well. BJ Clark says, good morning from Oysterville, Washington. Another beautiful day at the beach. I'm happy. It's the 4th of July, everyone. Charlotte Bruce says, happy 4th of July, everyone from the west side of Tennessee. Temperature is a cool 88. It's going to be 91 today. That's how warm it is in the gallery at the moment with George and his schmores. He is sweating. Valencia says, Ohio here, hi to Caroline Cronin. Happy 4th, everyone watching from sunny Southern California. Have a blessed day. Aunt Penny says, hello, everyone from Southern Minnesota. Thunderstorms this morning, warm and humid now. Celebrate Independence Day, everyone. Pammy, hello again, Pammy. She's saying hi, Jan, Ben, and the crew. Elle Wilson's in with us from Arlington, Texas. Over 100 degrees today in Texas. Wowzers. Roseanne Baker says hello, happy 4th from Colorado. Lynn Harvey says hi, Ben, Jan, the CTV team, the social superstar, and everyone. We've got producer Johnny, hello, and George of the Schmores. Whoop whoop, of the S'mores, not Schmores. He's just got them all out for a while.
Oh dear.
No more s'mores. Deborah's in from Iowa. Carolyn's in from a toasty, I don't even know how you say that. Is it Fayetteville, North Carolina? Betty's in from Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping on the plane. Barbara's in from New York. Loads of you to say hello to, and lots of you still sharing your celebrations about the 4th of July. We'll talk about those in just a second, but we must get on and talk about some of the amazing products on the show for you as well, like those interchangeable scene dies that you have just seen. 59 dies within that collection, covering off a whole host of different scenes for you. They are also on a 2 for you as well. $75.99 if you want to go for the bundle, or $87.96 if you're platinum and you're shopping in the US. Then those word cut in stamp and dies, again, really, really lovely collection. And do you know what? As much as I've enjoyed all of Jan's demos today, I think one of my faves was probably the one that he did first. So simple.
That one,
and
wasn't
really
it?
quick.
Yeah, really quick. They're nice dies to work with, and as I say, even though they cut in, a quick snip across the top and the bottom releases the letters, and you've got a really nice bold alphabet there if you're wanting to spell anything else with the letters as well.
Yeah, absolutely right. $35.96 for that full collection. So you've got With Love, Thank You. You've also got in there the likes of Just to Say as well. $46.62 if you're shopping in the US and you're platinum. And then those creator cards, I mean, unbelievable price on these. You're saving 70%. It's such a lovely collection, whether you use the dies individually, the stamps individually, or whether or not you use them all together. They are beautiful. And normally, I think, are these $12.99 each, or $17.99 each, or $19.95? You get the whole lot for that price
crazy,
today.
Isn't it?
It's a really great deal. £21.58 platinum, $23.94. And our Monday mega deal, which we always do on Monday Makers, is this Centura Pearl A6 card and envelope collection. So you've got a lovely selection of colours there for you. 8 cards and envelopes within each pack. And the last time you saw these actually was April last year. So good to have them back in stock. And Johnny just telling me that we're very busy for those. That deal is around while stocks last, or the next 24 hours. The price will go back up, £16 or $24. And also we've got a great price on our monthly craft kit, box number 49, the Interchangeable Scene dies. Can't believe we're at box 49 with those. Over 200 elements in that box. If we get a chance later on, we'll have a little rifle through. But £24.99 or $24.95. Platinum members, you are at £19.99, $19.96. Those really, you can't beat them value for money wise. They are phenomenal. Great as a gift, and also great to dip your toe in the water with potentially like a new product for you. If you don't want to splash the cash, you just want to see what a particular range is like, that is a great way to do it, and always exclusive content within those boxes as well. We're going to start off with the word cutting stamp and die collection though, with Jan. 6 dies, 21 stamps in total. As always, if you've got any questions you want to throw our way, please do. Superstar Susie on the socials tonight. And if you have got any of the products that we've already shown you on the show, do let us know why you love them so much. I've got s'mores on the brain. Do let us know why you love them so much. And if you wanna, you can send in pictures to us as well. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. A few final comments for now. Says Carolyn says, "Hi Jan, great to see you. Hi Ben, looking dapper as usual. It's my 3rd costume change today."
I know, we're doing well. Put me to shame.
What's that? Oh, I did get changed in the middle for me filming, so 4 costumes today. Pammy says, "I can't imagine a s'more out of the microwave. My marshmallows have to be burnt." It was quite. We didn't have a bonfire handy, unfortunately.
I did offer to get the heat tool out.
Oh, you did actually?
I did, yes. I did offer to get my heat tool out, but they just couldn't wait. They were in the kitchen there. It was like...
Do you know what Gwenda's just said? Ben, you should have roasted the marshmallows with the heat gun. Maybe, I'll tell you what, if we get time at the end of the show...
Oh no!
I'll bring I'll bring some into the studio. I'll tell you what, we'll look at these boards in a second, shall we? Because we've just shown you them all on the screen. So should we have a look at a demo, and then I'll do these at the end?
Yep, can do. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely. Yep. So we're going to start out with the birthday one.
Yes.
I think it's probably the sort of sentiment that we use most. We do a lot of birthday work, so I thought we'd have a go with that. And we've also got some of the sequins back in stock as well. So I'm actually going to use these gorgeous turquoise sequins, and we're going to make it into a shaker element. So I've just taken a small piece of textured cardstock. This is just a white textured card from the pads. And if you haven't seen these before, really neat effect with them. We get the metal element, which spells out your word, depending on what you're choosing. But there is actually, if you have a look here, no die cutting edge along the bottom of the letters or along the top of the letters. So the little bit in between has a die cutting edge, but there's a space, then there's a bit of a die cutting edge and a space, which means that both top and bottom are going to stay attached to your card. And then you get, with each one, its own little stamp set that mixes and matches. So you've got wishing you a happy birthday. We've just simply got happy birthday. We've got happy birthday, eat all the cake. And then we've got birthday wishes are sent to you. So a lovely ability to sort of mix and match with them. So we're going to use the wishing you a happy birthday on this one, but I'm going to do the die cutting first.
Okay.
So all I want to do is pop this into the sort of the bottom section and leave myself enough room to actually stamp my sentiment along the top there. So again, I'm just going to hold it in place with some tape because I want it in a certain place. I don't want it to move. So I'm just checking either side that it's about equal, and probably similar distance at the bottom there as well. And then once I'm happy with it, get it taped into place so that it's not going to move out of position. And then again, just a normal thin metal die, so these will go through any of your machines, including the Mini. There is sufficient pressure in the Mini to actually cut these out.
Oh, fab.
And they're approximately just under 6 inches, which will fit on your plate. Your Mini folder is 6 inches long and about 1.5 inches wide, so they will just about fit in there. If you've got the Midi or the Junior, then obviously we're no problem. I'm using the smaller plates to go through my larger Gemini there. And then what we're going to do, we're going to pop some acetate on, we're going to build it up on some foam tame, and then we're going to pop some of those lovely little shaker pieces in there as well, just to create some detail behind it. So just have a little look. That's all cut in there beautifully. If you can see, I mean, this is actually starting to fall out, but if you can see on the back, as if it looks as if you've drawn that sort of image on the back, you know that your die cutting's absolutely fine. So just to get rid of a few of those little pieces out of the middle.
Yeah.
And then we've got the tape to come off as well. So I just want to be gentle. And again, I tend to roll the tape back rather than just pulling it off like a Band-Aid there, because it does seem to do less damage.
I always remember one of the things you first ever taught me was doing that. So like roll,
it's
I mean, you didn't say it, like
stick,
rolling a bogey.
Did I say that?
No, you didn't say that. I think, no, you didn't say that.
I'm going to say that doesn't sound like a Janice.
No, but that's what it reminded me of. So that's how I remember it. not that I do that, of course.
But yeah, I just find, you know, it is a low-tack tape, but obviously we know that the Gemini has got, you know, phenomenal pressure. So obviously, no matter how low-tack it is, because we've squeezed it when we've popped it through the rollers, it does stick. So yeah, you can just see now it's come out nicely. So if I just pop that over the blue there, you can see we've got that lovely, and it is a really nice bold font. So all I was saying was, if you pop this in your guillotine and line up the bottom of the letters and the top of the letters, you could easily snip those out if you wanted to use these separately.
Yeah.
Or, you know, if you've got the set, you've got a combination of letters. I don't think it covers every letter of the alphabet, but you could certainly sort of mix and match them and start making different words with them to use them separately.
Yeah.
So again, always looking to see if there's an alternative way to use them, and that to me makes something more valuable if you can do more than one job with it. Those of you that like to scrapbook, it's a nice bold font for doing titles on scrapbook pages, things like that. So I've got some layers popped together to make my card blank. We're just going to go for a nice little sort of just a wee bit shorter than a DL card. It's usually a little bit longer than that, but I've just cut it to match what we've got here. And then I've matted and layered some gold glitter card, and then that gorgeous turquoise textured cardstock. So that's going to be our background layer, so we can actually get that one stuck on. Again, just using that tape pen for matting and layering. If you prefer to use a wet glue, I would go with your sort of all-purpose, your Kalal all-purpose. If you're sticking cardstock layers together, it works beautifully.
Yeah.
But just so that we get a nice instant stick, the tape pens are great for when we're demoing live on air. So that's my background layer. And then we're going to build this up slightly. So I used the wishing you a happy birthday, and I actually stamped that. You can see we've got exactly the same thing going on there, just with the stamp across the top. All right, so I'll just flick it out for that one. And then we're going to build up some detail on here. So the first thing I want to do is pop just my piece of acetate behind here, because obviously I don't want anything escaping through those little gaps. So I've measured just big enough to cover all the gaps there on the back, and then pop some. I like to use red line tape where I can on the acetate. It just seems to be, in my opinion, it's one of the best sort of adhesives for acetate. And what we're going to do is just stick this over the back, and I'm going to do it on here so that I can see what I'm actually doing. And I've just made it slightly smaller so that it'll cover that section that we've die cut there, and seal that now.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that that's stuck down nicely, because we don't want any of those little shaker pieces escaping. And then we've got some, let me just take that out of its packet. We've got some foam on a roll, Ben.
1, 2, 3, 4. Foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll, foam on a roll. Hey!
Oh, I've done that for ages, have we?
Not for absolutely ages. And there's a bit of a no foam on a roll group forming now as well. So, yeah, there's miseries.
It gave me time to take the sticky bit off it as well.
Yeah.
So a little bit wider than what I normally use, but we sent Jake on a mission, and this is what he came back with. But as long as it covers that area...
Yeah. Too busy eating s'mores, that's the problem. Jake and George.
Then we're good.
Jake's still in the kitchen now, still eating them, apparently.
Either that or he's collapsed in the library. in a sugar coma.
Yeah.
Do you think we should go and check on him? Oh dear.
I've just read a few of the comments coming through on my video, and a lot of people not impressed with our effort.
Oh
during
dear.
the day. Yeah.
Are we cheating?
Well, no, just people just saying how sad they look because we didn't fill them with enough marshmallows.
Oh, I see.
And chocolate. We should have gone a lot more. And a lot of people saying you shouldn't do them in the microwave. You should do them on a.
Well, yeah, ideally, but we've not got access to that here, have we? It's a case of improvising, isn't it, with what you've got?
Yeah, we don't have an open fire.
I think you did a good job, guys. I really did. So I've just built up my little wall around there.
Yeah.
And then what we'll do is we'll take that carrier tape off the back there. So it's a nice new roll, look, it's all coming off nicely. And then we're going to pop some of the sequins. Oh, I spoke too soon. There we go. Thought I'd jinxed it then. I was going to say it's a nice new roll, so it's behaving, and then all of a sudden it decided to stick.
Decides not to.
There we go. And then I've opened my packet of sequins, and I'm just going to put, I love these because there's a mixture. You've got little circles in here, you've got stars in there, you've got little tiny hearts in there.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of different colours. So if you have a look on the, you know, the show guide, you'll see
Shop the day
that they
page.
come in different colours.
Yeah,
there.
we've got
don't
loads.
stick it up. Well,
Oh
my goodness.
Oh, no. Eesh.
Try not to fire them everywhere. Get ready to catch them, Ben.
Yeah.
My goodness, that foam is sticky.
Oh, dear, that is sticky,
Good
isn't it?
heavens above. There we go. Whew. That was close. Right.
Yes. Sequins on a roll there.
Let's do that from higher up now. Let's not go so close. There we go. Look, we just want a few in the back of there. All right. Oh, I nearly did it. I nearly got stuck to that end then as well. Okay, I'm not going to put too many in because that tape isn't as deep as the normal foam on a roll that I use, so I don't want to put too many in there. Now, normally, I've often advocated popping the shaker pieces on here because you can't see where you're turning it over. But what I have done for this one is I wanted the white in the background now, because if I put the turquoise sequins over the turquoise background piece, we're not going to get that contrast. So I've just cut another piece of white, and I'm literally going to seal the back of that now and keep all those little sequin pieces inside. So that was the thinking. So now that's all stuck, you can see that we've got that blue against the white background now.
That's
with all
great.
those little shakers in. And then I think we'll go with the good old wet glue now, because I've covered a lot of that tape up, and I just want, it'll give me time to just wriggle it into place. Oh, I've got my nozzle. There's nothing worse than when your nozzle's bunged up, is there, Jan?
Is that one of ours or is that yours?
No, it's mine.
Oh, I was going to say, because if it's one of ours, it might be me, because I was using one of those the other
No,
day.
it's mine out of my bag. Yeah, here we go. Look, we're okay.
Michelle, well, she didn't tell me off, but I was using quite a bit, and then it all got a bit clogged on the end.
No, it was what I've just
away.
got out of my bag, but we're good. We're all sorted.
Okay.
So again, make sure we're opening the right way. We've got a top fold on there. We've got our little birthday one. And as I say, this just gives me a chance to give it a little wriggle if I don't quite get it in the right place there as well. So literally wanted to keep it nice and simple, just to show you those cutting elements. You know, you could have actually put this onto a bigger piece if you wish.
Yeah.
You could have had a couple of little gems. In fact, I think I popped a couple of gems on the one that I'd finished earlier. So you can see there, you've got plenty of space inside there to pop another greeting or write your message. And then if I turn it around, if I show you the one that I've just done here, all I did was add a couple of little gems on here just to highlight that turquoise. And it's pretty much a replica of what we did there.
How nice is it as well with a card with a lot of white space? I really love it sometimes.
Sometimes it's nice and clean looking, isn't it? And it's giving those sequins a chance to shine behind it there, because obviously if you've got too much interference on the front, then the shaker elements are going to get lost inside, aren't they?
Absolutely love that. Really, really lovely use of the one of the dies that you get in this collection. Loads of you commenting. Thank you. Do you know what? I thought we were going to be a bit quieter today with it being 4th of July, but it's so busy. Panda Craft saying hello. Ben and Jan from a sunny Doncaster. RJ Curry says Clarksville. TN here. TN. Tennessee. Thank you. Love you guys. Happy 4th. Happy 4th to you. Beth Noob joined us from Minnesota. Lillian Quox in from London. Becky Haas says, I love your video with Jake and George. Beth says, good afternoon. Happy 4th of July from a humid and cloudy North Dakota. We're getting loads of the US views. This is brilliant. What a deal on the creator cards. We'll come into those in just a bit. And thank you for the message about the s'mores. Shannon says, you need more than one marshmallow on your s'mores, in my opinion. The more, the messier. Let's have a look at this collection. We did have quite a lot to go with. I'm definitely going to make you one, Jan, before you go. Ready for your journey back. Although probably eating a s'more in the car is not the best thing to drive and eat a s'more. The word cut in stamp and die collection, here it is in total for you. 2 for £17 or 2 for $23 if you want to just dip your toe in the water and try these. But you've seen how easy they are to use and how effective they can be as well. I love it that you're putting the sentiment at the forefront of your project. And again, lovely, quick, easy shaker. Please, if you didn't see it earlier on as well, go back and see Jan's demo when she used the Celebrate a little bit earlier on to create that really lovely July the 4th card. So quick, so simple. It was literally a 5-minute make. It was brilliant. And you can see with all of these, you've got lots of kind of like generic sayings in the dies that you can then personalise with the stamps that you're going to get there as well. You know, things like thank yous, things like just to say, I think are really handy to have when you just want to send a card to somebody. You know, maybe they're feeling a little bit down in the dumps. Maybe you just want to put a smile on their face. You've obviously got your birthday in there as well. Once again, with the stamps to be able to create that bespoke message. I love that. Happy birthday. Eat all the cake. All the cake. Why not? Why not? And then you've got your Celebrate there as well. It's time to celebrate. Celebrate your success. Celebrate in style. As I say, go back and watch that demo and wake up call this morning about 10 past 11. You'll see that one. £35.96 for that set, or $46.62. That's your platinum price. We've also got the Monday Mega Deal, which is a 24-hour only deal. And this bundle actually is really good because it's a great deal and you've not seen it for over a year. Back in stock, your Centuripol A6 card and envelope collection. Normally £35, $52. You're bringing it right down to £20 or $30 today. Platinum members, you're at £16 or $24. You've got all of these gorgeous Centuripol cards with the matching envelopes to go with them in a lovely selection of colours. There's 8 within each, so plenty right here. And it's nice, isn't it, Jan, to have like a stash of you know, card blanks and envelopes.
Ladies out there that make sort of batch make cards, whether it be for charity, whether it be for sort of the armed forces, things like that, to have them ready made with a matching envelope as well just adds that touch of luxury to them, doesn't it? And you've not got to worry about, you've got a ready-made design. The A6 is quite a popular size, and as I say, the fact that you've got the envelopes to match, just really, really luxurious.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that's right up my street, because I said to you guys, you know, as much as I've been doing a bit of crafting, you know, with a lot of our crafters now actually, I'm not great, and I would feel a little bit more challenged, I suppose, to make my own sort of card blanks. So it's nice if you're a little bit like me. That's why I like the craft kits, because you've got the card blanks in there. You can just get going. Yeah. And this is really nice. If that's you as well, this is a lovely collection to go for. The fact you've got all those gorgeous colours.
So they're a nice range of colours as well, aren't they? Really useful. That gold one would look lovely with the sunflower collection, wouldn't it?
It would. And I think, you know what these would be quite nice for as well. Little cards for like invites to a party or something like that. Do you know what I mean? I think they're perfect for that.
You've got the pink and blue in there for baby cards, things like that are sort of quite generic, isn't it? So yeah, nice range of colours in there.
Absolutely. It's a steal of a deal as well today. £16, $24, while stocks last, or indeed just for the next 24 hours, because that Monday mega deal will disappear. Also proving really popular tonight, and I know the reason why. It is the creator card. I mean, I can't believe the price that we're doing here.
That's crazy for all that. And there's a lot of metal in that collection.
I mean, absolutely there is. These are normally £90, $100, $17.99 each, $19.95 each. You're getting them, well, even if you're not platinum, or if you're not even in the club, £26.98, $29.92. But look at that platinum price. It is unbelievable. And again, what I love about these creator card dies is like the whole, if you look at this as like a finished sort of sample, if you like, it looks like it's been so incredibly difficult to cut that all out, to get that stamp finish on there, you know, to add a bit of colour. It really, in effect, is the dies and the stamps again doing all of the work in its sort of simplest form. Obviously, if you're a more experienced crafter, you'll kind of take this as your sort of starting point. But with all of these, you know, I just think you're going to be making the most beautiful projects, even if you've never crafted before. And I think, you know, in my mind, that's why the creator card dies were developed, really, just to make you look like an absolute pro first
that creator
up.
Card element is basically the front of your card.
Yeah. Yeah. And this time around, again, the fact that you get the stamps with these two, this is going to bring back the age-old question. I know you chatted about it before. Are we stamping and die cutting? Are we die cutting and stamping?
Opportunity to show you that, Ben. Yeah,
okay.
And I'll explain why I do how I do it. Yeah.
And again, hopefully you're seeing with the different images that we've got here, covering off lots of different times of the year, lots of potential kind of celebrations as well. This one I absolutely love, which is your flowers and vines, the butterfly garden. How stunning! Once again, so intricate. If people aren't into crafting and you're sending that as a card to somebody, you tell them that you've made that, they'll be thinking, how on earth did you make something so beautiful? You don't need to tell them that it was super duper easy with this system. And at the price you're getting this today, got to be the deal of the show. It's a 70% saving, $21.58 platinum, $23.94, and you're going to see how easy it is to do with Jan. Worth bearing in mind also, which I know I haven't mentioned just on this show yet, do check out the website. I know a lot of you are there already, but 30% off Gemini dies, excluding our June and July launches. But if you want to pick up some really great deals to celebrate the 4th of July, do have a little peruse of the website and you'll find some absolutely cracking deals there, just like this one, because this is a steal, isn't it?
It is. And just to add to that, Ben, I know sometimes we forget this. We always put the platinum price on the screen. Now, I know not everybody's platinum, but I want to talk to you guys that are brand new to
why not?
If you haven't signed up for Club Inspire yet, it is free to do so, and you will also get on your very first purchase the 20% discount. So just as a one-off, before you go on to the tiered system, you would actually get the equivalent of that platinum price if it's your first order. So I think sometimes we forget that. We think, oh yeah, you've got to build your way up to platinum. But yeah, the club's free to join. Club Inspire. We'll probably show you a little bit of info about it later in the show. But yeah, get signed up. If you're not a member already, there's other aspects of it as well. It's not just about the discounts, but yeah, get yourself signed up and get that discount if it's your first order tonight. Let us know.
Yeah, if you sign up.
Let us know if you've signed up to Club Inspire.
It's amazing. So, it's free as well, isn't it? Because there's so many other clubs. You have to pay
a lot of people are afraid, I think, of that, because you do sign it and then there's all the terms and conditions and you find out that actually it's only free for a little while, then you've got to start paying. There's no fees involved whatsoever. It is our own loyalty club. It is our way of saying thank you for spending your money with us. Yeah. And Sarah's very, very big on that. She likes to sort of reward her customers. And I know there are so many of you out there that are taking advantage of that platinum price. And it's not really that hard to work your way up to it. I know, because I've been there. Especially when I was working in the store and everything was dangling in front of me every day. Oh my goodness. I said, they're on a good thing because they paid us every month, but most of our wages went back into the store.
That is brilliant.
Me and Debbie, we were both the same, so we'll never have any money while we're working. Right, back to the creator cards, and I'm going to use that Wild and Free, and I've picked this one again because it's a great one for a sort of a mail card. So in here you're going to get your metal work, and then you get nice large stamps that go with it. So you can see we've got the scene there, we've got those lovely stags, we've got the trees in the background, and then you've got some sort of scenery behind it, and it comes with a couple of sentiments as well. Now, the age-old question about do you stamp first or do you die cut first? For these particular ones, I have found it's easier to do the die cutting first, purely because you've got a lot of solid metal there. And if I've got the stamp on my piece of cardstock and I'm trying to decide where to put it, have I got it in the right place? It's not easy to see through. Obviously, you can't see through the metal. Whereas if we cut it out, I can see through the clear stamps. Using something like your magnetic platform, if you've got that, makes this really, really simple. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to pop this straight onto the card, and I've got some of our matte black card for this. I'm going to do something different here. I've got one to show you that I've die cut and coloured, and that tends to be what we think of with this type of die, but I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and it's for my producer Johnny, because I know how much he loves my heat tool, so I thought I've got to give it an airing.
Hey, did you know, Jan, I'm sure do you know someone else has got a silent one as well now?
I know that. Debbie's bought one, hasn't she?
She has, hasn't she? She had it yesterday.
Yeah, she's jumping on the bandwagon,
she is.
see.
But you were the
original. Here first.
You were the OG.
So, to be honest, I must admit, mine, have had it such a long time and have seen the one that Debbie's got. I've nearly put it on order a couple of times because I don't want to be in a position where I haven't got it, because this one's, it's already been brought back to life once. My husband's already had it to pieces once because it did sort of have a little bit of a moment. Right. And I don't want to be without it. So then I'm thinking, if I do order a new one, is it going to get the face on because it thinks I'm replacing it? So it's a really tough decision. So I've got it in between my plates there. Yeah. I'm going to pass it through. And whereas it looks quite intricate, it's not actually too bad a die from the point of view of cutting. There are elements that come out, but it's not a really fussy one, I don't think, this one. So again, let's just double check. There we go, look, don't even need to double check. So we've got the detail there. Now again, you know, you've actually got, if you wanted to work in silhouette, you might not even want to put the stamp on here. We do a lot of these where we do those lovely colourful backgrounds with the inks and then just work with the silhouette element. So you might want to just leave this in the black. And it does look stunning. You can make out a lot of it in that you've got the, you know, the deer or the stags and the trees behind it. But what I've actually got now is the ability to see through my clear stamps, which is why we make the clear stamps. And what I'm going to do is pop this onto my stamping platform, and you know I'm forever championing this product. It's one of my favourite products. It gets used all the time.
You're not the only one that says that.
Regardless of what I'm doing, even if I've just got a tiny little sentiment in the middle, it still comes out because you've got that facility. If you've not applied the correct pressure and you've got a little bit missing, you can overstamp. And even as long as I've been stamping, which is a great number of years, it's still hard to actually line up underneath and overstamp something without this particular system. So what I'm actually going to do now is do some heat embossing. Okay. So I've got the old heat tool at the ready, and if we're heat embossing, I tend to use my little anti-static bag first. And what this does, because I've been handling the card, you've got oils in your skin and things like that, whether your hands are a little bit damp, and it transfers to the card. And embossing powder will stick to pretty much anything. So just by adding a little bit of the powder on and really giving it a good sort of wipe over your card, it eliminates a lot of that sticking where it doesn't need to be. So I'm just going to give that a really good wipe over with the anti-static. I've got my powder at the ready. What I do need is a piece of cardstock, which I'll just pinch from under there. We'll use the Snowman from earlier, just to catch the embossing powder in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stamp, and like I said, because it's an acrylic stamp and it's see-through, I can now get this in the exact position. So I can see straight through my stamp here, and I can line that up, and I'm looking mainly at the antlers in the centre, because if I've got those right, the rest of it should fall exactly where it needs to go. So just doing a double check that those are in the right place. Now I would find that harder to do if I'd got my stamped image and then I was trying to put that block piece of metal over the top of it, because you can't see where you're working. But try it both ways is what I would say to anybody doing this. Try it both ways, see what works best for you. There's no right or wrong. Someone else might come along and do this totally different. So I'm going to pick that up now. I'm happy it's in the right place. And I'm going to use my clear watermark ink. I don't know. And literally just apply that now to the stamp itself. So this is a clear sticky ink if you've not seen these before. We call it a watermark ink, and the reason we call it that is because if you use it just to stamp onto a coloured card, you'll get that kind of watermark effect where it just dries a wee bit darker. I've got a foreign body in there. I don't know what that is.
Bit of marshmallow probably.
It might be. So just make sure the whole thing's stamped up, and then we're going to pop that onto the cardstock. I'm going to get my embossing powder at the ready. I've turned the fan off so that we don't end up with it all over the place. And then this one, because we know now that we'd lined this up to start with, I'm literally just going to go straight over the top of it, commit to that card, and then just give it a little press over all those different areas. Make sure all the stamps made contact with your cardstock. And then once you're happy with that, we can release the platform And you'll not see an awful lot just yet.
No.
If I just bring it really close for our George to have a look at, you can just see there's a little bit of a darker image in there where that ink's gone through. But what you will see once we put the embossing powder on is that come to life. So the stamping platform's done its job now. I'm just going to bring the spare cardstock in, and then I've just got silver embossing powder.
Ooh,
now
okay.
this again, if you've not used it before, it looks as if you think, oh my goodness, this is not going to last long, Jan, but the majority of this is going to go back in the pot.
Never seen silver embossing powder before.
Silver. I just thought on the black, it'd give you a really nice look. And this is why it's better to have something to catch the surplus in. I know a lot of people use the little anti-static trays, things like that. Okay, and again, I'm just going to tap off any excess. So anything that's not stuck to the ink will actually fall away. And you can see now how that's picked up the detail. Let me just move that one so you can see a bit better there. So we've actually got the stamp detail on there now. That looks pretty accurate. Yeah. And then all I'm going to do is just take one of my paintbrushes, a dry paintbrush, and just where I've got any little speckles of that powder that I don't want, I'm just going to take it away with the brush.
Jan, just a quick question from Jane, and again, this is a good question. It's one which does get asked quite a lot. So Jane's saying, if I don't have an anti-static pillow, what else could I use? That's
a really good question. Yeah, really good one. All it is something to get rid of the stickiness. So you can use, if you've got talc and powder works great. So you can put it on just with a makeup brush, something like that. Or you can use cornstarch works as well. So it's just something that will absorb the moisture out of the card if you've handled it.
Those,
again, just with a makeup brush. Just
tumble dryer sheets as well?
Yes, you could do. Yes, you could use a dry tumble dryer sheet, yeah? Absolutely. It's just literally something to get rid of the static and to get rid of any of that sort of moisture. Yeah. And then what I'm going to do is put all that embossing powder back. So I've barely used any, to be honest. It doesn't use much. These last a long, long time. All right, so we've got everything we need, and then that's when the magic's going to happen now.
Here we go.
So I'm going to pop the heat tool on, and one of the biggest tips I can give you if you're heat embossing is to let your heat tool reach its temperature. Yeah. Don't be tempted to go straight in there and sort of get going, because the longer you keep this on your card, the more the card will warp. It will. There's no way around that. If you apply heat to cardstock, it will warp the card, but it does straighten back out again. But obviously, by letting it, I have turned it on. Here we go. I've invited anybody.
He loves this.
Anybody to sort of come and put the hand under it. And then we're literally, I'm going to start over at this side here. All right. And I'm just going to hold it. I'm not going to waft it about. I'm just going to hold it over that silver. All right. I can see straight away, look there in that corner. It's starting, and it will turn shiny rather than the matte.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Can you see it going?
Yeah.
Okay, so just follow it round the image. Once it's gone shiny, you don't need to apply any more heat.
Oh yeah, look at the grass going at the bottom there. That's brilliant. Never get tired of watching this, Jan.
Do you know, I love it. And it's something that sometimes we get so carried away with stamping and colouring that sometimes you forget to do this bit. So I've just got that last little bit in the middle there.
So if you hear me laughing, Jake's just come down from the direction of where the kitchen is, and I think he's been there for the last 45 minutes eating s'mores. He was like that. He should be that way.
Oh, dear, that's brilliant.
So
look again, at this. If I pop that on top of the white, you can just see now, look at that.
That's brilliant.
Yeah? So just a completely different look. This is what we're more used to. I actually stamped it out exactly the same, but just using a stamping ink instead of the clear ink. So I swapped out my watermark ink for an alcohol-proof ink. And then I've used my alcohol pens. And this is what we're more used to. So we've got on there just a colour, you know, assortment of colours. And that's where I was going with it. And I thought, actually, I've done this before. But here, just literally, we've used the watermark ink to stamp out that image, and then I've added some silver, and it could be any colour. You might want to do this in gold. It depends what colour you're working with, what your colour scheme is. You might want to use, you can get iridescent embossing powders. You can get coloured embossing powders. So again, you know, our opaque inks work beautifully if you're wanting to a coloured image, and then just put clear embossing powder over the top. But I just thought on the black, that silver looks really, really good.
That is
so
wow.
to pop this into a card then, all I'd done is I'd gone with craft card again for the back. This is just a 7.5 by 5.5.
Yeah.
And then I've used some of my smooth all-purpose card and added some ink to it. So I've gone across the top with the ocean blue.
That's a gorgeous
And I've gone
background.
across the bottom with the parakeet there.
Yeah.
And I basically, this is where I was heading with it. I'd got this far and I'd done my colouring and I was laying that over the top so that I'd got the blue sky,
Yeah.
nice turquoise lake, and then I made myself a frame that was going to go on here. Okay, and then we've got a sentiment that just said, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. So I didn't actually use a sentiment out of the set there. I've actually gone for a thank you one. And then I thought, you know, shall we just change it up a bit? Because we've seen this quite a lot. I know I've demoed this before. And I just thought by popping this in here instead, you're going to get a completely different look. It still works with the blue behind it.
That's amazing.
But again, if I tip
Wiggle it. Oh, George, I'm calling it. Demo the show right there.
So
Demo
let's
the
just
show.
put those layers together then.
That's, you know the background you're just sticking there?
Yeah.
The white, is it just white space you've left in the
I've
middle
just
of
not
it?
took the ink all the
Oh, it
way
looks
down.
amazing.
Yeah, so that when it went, I used the die as a guideline.
Yeah.
And I've just left white space in the between. So I've already come so far down with the blue and so far up with the teal colour, because what I wanted was for in the middle it to look as if the sky's lighter as it goes down towards the horizon there. You can actually pop a mask in there, and you know it would look lovely with a mask behind it to mask out a moon behind the antlers there. Again, so many different ways of doing this. And again, all I'm going to do now is use the all-purpose glue because we're going cardstock to cardstock.
Can I just read some comments? Because all of a sudden the comments have just gone... Beautiful, says Betty. Lovely, Jan, says Carletta. Stunning, Jan, says Lynn. I like the embossed on black. Bess says 4 holidays. Oh, what about using the pattern vellum from last year's Christmas collection, says Mary Kay. The silver embossing, gorgeous, says Pam. Jane says embossing, so satisfying. Barbara says, wow, Jan. Jane says, wow, awesome. Literally, people can't believe this card. Amazing.
It's my job to try and find out different ways of doing things for you guys. And if you want to have a go at this, you know, fill your boots with it. I do not mind at all. I just like to bring you something different. And I know I've done this before. And this looks lovely. Don't get me wrong, if that's the look that you're going for, that looks just as nice with the coloured image in there if that's what you want. And I will save this one. I'm not going to throw it away. But I just thought we want something different to show you. And then all I've done, I've used my nesting rectangle dies that we've got on the website. And I've just cut a little frame in some grey there because I wanted to keep it quite neutral. All right, bearing in mind that we're sort of aiming at a guy's card. And I've popped some foam on the back of there. So it's just raised it a little bit, gives it a bit of dimension. And these were actually some long foam strips that I found in one of my kits. I didn't even realise we did them this long. They're great. I don't know whether we still got them on the website. It was ordered as a kit and there was all different ones in it. But these were like really, look, the really long strips. So again, just going to take the backing off those. And then I just had to, it wasn't quite long enough just to finish that last bit. So we've just got a little bit in there. And then I'm going to put the frame on and the sentiment and let that sort of embossing do all the work there. That can take the glory. So again, I'm going to pop this. I've just popped a couple of little shiny bits on the frame there just to give a little bit of, you know, you can still have a bit of bling. And then again, that one's just going to frame the whole thing. So I've got a bit of the card border showing, bit of the black border showing. And then again, you know, any sentiment. In that particular set, you've got the with love and you've got the happy birthday. But I just wanted it to be quite general and I've just gone for a thank you. So again, I'm just going to take the backing.
Can I just say again, I have never ever seen so many, and rightly so, I've never ever seen so many comments come through for one card. I called demo of the show.
You're going for demo of the show.
Johnny's just gone demo of the week. Like stop the rest of the week. He's just basically said nothing can beat this one. I will be surprised if this doesn't win for the show.
Just again,
today.
something different with that one. It doesn't need anything else. It doesn't need any colour on the image. So if you're not a colourist, doesn't mean, you know, you can still access those stamps. It's just that literally the clear ink and the embossing powder, and that's just added to that and just made it look completely different to what it had done if we'd have put that coloured element in there.
I mean, more comments here. Pammy, gorgeous. Shannon H, how pretty. Nanny to the girls. Wow. Jan, so beautiful, says Mary Reaney. The image just speaks to itself, or speaks for itself, with the silver embossing. Shelley says, what a gorgeous card. Pamela says, I may just have to replicate this one. Thank you, Jan. Carolyn Hay says, Jan, you are awesome.
If you have a go at it, guys, don't forget to send me a picture.
Yeah.
Pop it on my socials, on Jan Brown Crafters Companion, whether you use Facebook or Instagram. I love to see what you've done with them. And as I say, if you want to have a go at it, feel free. That's what we're here for.
Lord Ben says, I told you Nana Jan is the guru medium and everything Crafters Companion bar none. Yeah, I said it, says Shadiah. The guru. That's a great word, isn't it? Guru.
The guru.
Lillian Kwok says, I love this card, Jan. I'm feeling inspired to get that die out and use it. And Stephen Nicole, I'm calling demo of the day. Johnny's calling demo of the week. Stephen's calling demo of the month.
Oh, wow!
He's just put it out there. You know what, in fact, we're not going to top that. Thanks very much for watching. Happy 4th of July. Good night.
Off we go. My work here is done.
My work here is done and I've not done anything. Oh, that was so good.
You're too kind, guys.
Do you know what, Jen? You are going to have to go a long way in the final hour to beat that one.
To beat that one.
You never know when Guru Jan is in the house. You never know. I love that, Shadiah. Not now again
bless
anymore.
you, honestly.
The guru, the crafty guru. Let's show you everything you're going to get. Listen, do you know what I would say to you? The set which Jan has just used is that one there. Like, just to be able to recreate that card itself, the platinum price, I think is absolutely worth it. You know, when you've got that kind of inspiration to take away with you, the fact that you're getting 4 more sets as well for that price, when, remember, normally, these are £17.99 on their own, $19.95, to get the whole collection for under £27, under $30, and that platinum price, and as Jan was saying very rightly, that, you know, that first time price, if you're joining up in Club Inspire today, I just think it's an absolute steal, and you've got that demo to take home with you.
And that technique would work with any of them,
yes,
not
exactly
just the
right.
stags. You could do that. I mean, it would look gorgeous on that floral frame as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And then maybe just picking a little bit of spot colour out on a few of the flowers rather than the whole thing. Yeah, there's just endless possibilities with them.
Yeah.
Again, that one,
this.
you know, just heat embossed.
Yeah, I mean, actually,
Just
like
brings
you say,
a
with all of
completely
them,
different look to it. Yeah, the same with the village.
sort of like more of like a winter village you could do, you know, with that sort of theme going on there. The demo you've just shown us, and again here.
Tell you what else, if you were using just the craft card as well, white embossing powder on the craft card looks stunning as well.
Oh, wow. I mean, seriously, what a beautiful, beautiful collection for a low, low price. There's Superstar Susie's I mean, she's brilliant at sending like the comments through, but literally her fingers are on fire trying to keep up with all the comments and send them through to me. She says there's literally like another 25, 30 more comments of praise for that last demo. Tim C's just said, beautiful card, Jan. What was the colour you used for the background on the stag silhouette card? So what
the ink colours.
The ink colours, yeah.
It was the mid-tone from the blues, which is ocean blue, and it was the mid-tone from the turquoises, which is parakeet, and they were both water-reactive inks on our multi-purpose cardstock. So just applied with an applicator. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It was just a background, and then I did the old splatter the water technique, either with your fingers or with a paintbrush, just because those inks react so beautifully to those water splats on it, just to give it a different look, yeah.
Do you know what? I really want to see, let me know if you're getting this collection, or indeed if you've already got it. Like Jan said, if you want to replicate that card, please do it. I want to see what you come up with doing that technique. We want to see your pictures. As always, you can share it in our groups, the I'm a Crafters companion groups, and we always love you to send us your pictures as well and post them on our pages. Of course, you can find any of the guys here from Crafters TV on Facebook and indeed on Insta. We're literally just at, then our name, then CC. So mine is at Ben Moseby CC on Facebook and on Instagram, and Jan exactly the same. Well, she's not exactly the same. She's not at Ben Moseby, is she? She's obviously at Jan Brown CC.
Absolutely, yeah.
So send those pictures. We would love to see them. Right. I mean, do you know what? I think this is a good opportunity now to take a bit of a break and have a bit of a reset, because how do you follow that? Seriously. Still to come, more great deals, and also we will be having another little look at today's amazing launch. If you've not yet seen it, the vintage Snowman is proving so popular, so we'll look at that, plus a load more, and we've got all of the votes, of course, to do. Demo of the show, demo of the day. I wonder what's going to win. It's down to you, and you'll get voting very shortly. Head to the checkout stand and we'll come back and we'll have a look at the vintage Snowman in just a bit.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Draw, decorate, and customize your world with the colorful Spectrum Noir acrylic paint markers. Each premium paint marker gives opaque coverage on ceramic, glass, wood, and let's not forget paper, cardstock, and canvas. These versatile markers are filled with highly pigmented premium water-based paint, offering beautiful, rich, and smooth coverage. The colors can be blended together, and the fast-drying opaque paint is ideal for layering. A 3mm bullet tip offers smooth strokes, and a precision valve mechanism allows rich and consistent flow with no clogging. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Quiet. The neighbours.
I'm all out of Zoom. I'm so lost without you. I'm not singing.
Lisa, if you email in, don't send a picture of your air fryer. Make sure it's something creative.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
Joy, there's not a dry eye in the studio here. Debbie's welling up, I'm welling up.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
Honestly, I'm still counting all the comments coming through. My tablet is on fire. Honestly, thank you for all the lovely comments coming through. I know Jan will go back and have a look at all of them later on. There's so many. Cindy Thompson just saying, I bought my Snowman collection. Awesome. Hundreds of you have. Nanny to the girls just said, Jan, that stag card demo would make a great gift box topper.
It certainly would, yes. It would be really, really easy to just put it onto the top of a box rather than a card. Once you've got that format, just build your box around that size,
And Jane Wilson, hello Jane, says, my vintage Snowman collection is coming tomorrow. Super speedy for everything.
Yes.
I only ordered it last night, says Jane. That is
brilliant
to know. Obviously, a few of you have been experiencing a few delays with the changeover with our warehouse and whatnot, and of course we apologise for that, but hopefully things are getting back to normal, and that really does make me smile when I hear that if you ordered something yesterday and you're getting it tomorrow, absolutely brilliant. Right, let's have a look at the Interchangeable Scene die collection, which again, is just a brilliant price today for a really, really craftable collection. Normally £120, $137, comes down to £94.99 today, or $109.95. Platinum price £75.99 or $87.96. And this is all about creating those scenes. It reminds me so much of, a few of you will know, like I've done bits of theatre and whatnot over the years, and these really do remind me almost like of theatre cards, the way that, you know, they bring in the scenes in the theatre, and that's what this is like, isn't it? Because you've got the wings,
the stage, yeah.
You've got your scenes that you can build up here, and then of course you can, you know, slide in your characters, slide in kind of like the background elements as well. It's a really fun system. Is this particular collection? You can make it as 3D as you want it to be. You can, you know, build up as many layers as you want. But the clever thing about this collection, of course, is you've got so much versatility with the actual scenes themselves, because not only do you get two, but actually if you decide to kind of mix and match this one with this one, you can do, because the dies are split in the middle, so you can really go to town and create wonderfully sort of bespoke scenes for whatever the project might be. And again, we've come up with some really lovely themes. The fairy tale forest, please, I know I keep saying this, go back and watch the shows from earlier on. Was it Wake Up Call, I think, with the fairy tale forest?
Yeah, I was just looking for it. I don't know what I've done with it.
See if you can find it. It's worth having another look at.
Yes, I've got it there.
The fairy glade, again, you know, if you wanted to use these two scenes as it is and layer them up, you can do. If you just wanted kind of, you know, one scene, but you wanted half of the house, half of the foliage, you could do. Love that little project, the card which we saw earlier on with the fairy dangling in the middle there. You've just got so many different things that you can do. This is gorgeous. Again, that picture postcard, country, cottage collection. Once again, you choose the scenes that you want to create, build up all the levels there with that house with the post box. And again, like Jan was describing, it's almost like, so these cut into the cardstock, so you almost like slide them into your project. If you do obviously then want to cut them out and use them as individual die cuts elsewhere, you can do that too. Then you've got your African savannah. We take you all over here, from kind of fairy tale land to you know, an English country village.
Yeah, sort of country, English countryside,
Yeah.
with a tropical rainforest.
Yeah, tropical
fantasy
rainforest,
land, yeah.
fantasy land. I mean, seriously, it's a trip everywhere, isn't it? It is. There's your tropical paradise if you want to go for that one, with the flamingo and the gorgeous parrot, and then you've got that wonderful woodland. You know, once again, well, if you love doing the card which you made a few moments ago, I could imagine using this collection to kind of recreate something
just
like
to
that
embellish
too, couldn't
it,
you?
yeah.
Just to embellish. If you want to go for this collection, 2 for £35 or 2 for $40. Did you find that card, did you say?
I did, yes.
Oh, good-o.
Yes, I did.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, so this is the one that we made this morning. If I pop it round that way for you, this was using the fairy tale set, and I used our water reactive inks on watercolour card there just to create those layers. But you can see how this has got the sort of the trees on the first layer here, the sort of like the open branches. Then you've got the more sort of like a fir tree in the background.
Yeah.
And then we put the castle right in the very background, and then we've got the little couple here that are sort of freestanding. You've got the unicorn in that one, and then the moon are all elements from it, and just inked up with our inks there, just with those sort of fantasy colours. That was what we did on Wake Up Call this morning. So if you want to have a look at how that one was made, just have a quick flick through through Wake Up Call this morning. That's that one.
And I suppose with the dimension, depends on the size of the thickness of like the glue or the foam that you're using as well. You
Yeah, I mean, I just put a couple of layers of foam, one on each of those, so there's not a massive amount of dimension. But what you can do is actually make the diorama cards, the tunnel cards. I know there's one where you do the little concertina pieces at the side, and you can slot the layers into the concertina pieces. So many different ways of doing these. We're actually going to do a box topper for this next one, and I'm going to use that tropical paradise. I just love this one. Had to have a little go with the flamingo. He's so cool there. So rather than doing an ink background this time, I've taken some of our textured cardstocks, and I'm going to go green for the foliage. So I've got a lighter green for the front layer and a slightly darker green for the back layer to go behind it. So what you actually get in your kit here are two pieces of the sort of the embellishment, the aperture part, and then you've got lots and lots of embellishments. If I take these ones off, I can show you what I mean by the aperture pieces. All the little extra bits are wanting to jump off as well. So let me just have a look. We've got the palm trees on that one, and then we've got the foliage on that one. So I want to do the foliage on the light green, and the reason we've put them in two halves is so that you can decide how big you want to work with these.
Yeah.
So we're looking at approximately 4 inches square if you pop them together like so. So my pieces of card, I think I cut at 4.5, if I remember right, 4 3/4, just to leave a little border around them. And these are going to cut into your cardstock again. Around the outside of that die, there isn't a solid cutting edge. We've got those gaps in it again that allow it to stay inside the cardstock there. So if you wanted to make a more of a rectangular one, you could just spread these out and elongate your card. And then all I would do is either use your craft knife to just join it where the 2 die cuts finish, or again, just pop in with your little snips and snip across that line, depending, you know, you might want to draw a pencil line if you're not so hot on cutting straight. But you could basically take this, you know, as far apart as you wanted to, really. You could stretch it, and that's why we've put it in 2 pieces. Now I'm just going to stick with the square because I'm going to pop this on top of a little gift box again, just to do that. So again, I've cut my piece of cardstock the size that I want it, and then I'm just going to sort of eyeball about the same distance all the way around the outside. And the one thing that I just want to absolutely sort of ring home is not to get the dies overlapping.
Right.
They're okay to butt up to each other there, but don't get them overlapping because that will damage the dies if they go through the Gemini. The amount of power in the Gemini there, it will sort of pop one die over the other and it may do some damage.
Right.
So again, I'm just going to pop my normal die cutting sandwich on there, and then I'm literally going to pop that through the machine. And again, you can see that those fit nicely on those Gemini Junior plates. It all depends on the size of the project. If you've got a larger project, you might need that larger plate just to work with. And again, what that's done, it's actually pressed this into the cardstock and it's allowed those die cut pieces to do their job. So what I want to do then is just release that tape again. And then we can peel that die cut back and show you what I mean. So again, these are just falling off, look, without even trying. Okay, and again, this one's actually, again, it's the tiniest little section there, look. So I'm just going to take my snips and just free that. And I think the same at the top where the 2 met.
Yeah.
Just to free it. And then that centerpiece will come all the way out. And you've got that lovely, if I pop it over the top of that one, you can see that lovely sort of tropical image there at the ready. So you've got all the lovely foliage, the leaves in there and everything. And then the second one does exactly the same. So again, this one would line up underneath, and this has got sort of like the palm trees in it. Pass it through the die cutting machine, and again, you're going to get that effect here with the palm trees. So what we're going to do is we're going to layer one over the top of the other, and you'll get to see that dimension behind. Okay?
Perfect.
So all I've done with the top one, the one that I'd done earlier, is I've just added a tiny little bit. It's not a lot, but just a tiny little bit of ink to it, just to sort of like highlight it a wee bit. I've not put much on there. I've just used some of our smoked emerald ink, and I've just popped that round it just to sort of give a little bit of gradient on the green rather than it just being really sort of plain. And then what I want to do is actually pop some paper in the background. So again, this is a piece from the Dragonfly collection, and all I'm going to do is actually pop these like so over the background there. Now again, you can leave dimension between the, if you want to put your foam pads in between here so that you're getting more of a depth looking into it, so that you're looking sort of like into a tunnel. And they do look nice with that in. I've just not got any of the thin foam tape, so I'm literally going to stick this one down flat. You'll get the idea. I'll show you the one that I did at home, which has got a little bit of dimension in it.
Isn't that a perfect paper to go with this set?
Absolutely. You know, depending on what you're wanting in the background, you know, there's always, we've got all these paper pads.
Yeah.
And one of my notes to myself this year was to stop hoarding them and actually start using them, because there is some beautiful papers, and I have got enough to last me this lifetime and the next one. And it was a case of, right, let's actually start cutting into them and using them, was one of the deals this year.
Kind of what they're there for, isn't it? You know.
It is, yeah. We get a bit precious about them, and I know you'll all know what I mean. We're all the same. We like to just keep them and look at them and stroke them and sniff them. Actually using them's a whole different ball game. Yep. So that's just going to go in the background. It adds to that sort of that detail there. And then we're going to pop this one over the top. I wish I had got some tape, but it's a little bit, this one's a wee bit wider than what...
We can send Jake on a...
I asked him, and this is what he came back with. We might be able to just... no, I think it's going to show through it. I'm not going to risk it. So, yeah, as I said, the one that I did at home's got the tape in between, so you'll get a better idea with the dimension.
Yeah.
So, again, just to stick these together.
Olga's just said, my credit card is melting. Let us know what you're buying, Olga, what you're going for. Welcome to Susie, who's joined us from Denmark, and Eileen from Puerto Rico says, hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Pammy's just posted to say both Liam and Lily have been posting some gorgeous makes lately on the socials. Jeffrey says, Ben, are you going to do some crafting today? Not today. I know normally when Guru Jan is in the house.
Not a lefty, we do with the craft along, don't we?
Yeah,
But,
we haven't had one for a while,
you could have
have
come
we?
across and had a go. I don't mind.
Did I?
Right,
Next
so
time.
that's going to be my topper. And then in that die set, you also get all these little goodies. So we've got the flamingo here, who's going to be the star of the show.
Yeah.
So I've die cut him out, and I've literally popped some colour just with one of my alcohol pens there. He's going to be sort of in the centre. And then we've got the parrot. I've just cut him out of some blue. I wanted this to be nice and sort of bold, seeing as it's tropical.
Yeah.
So again, great for the scraps. Just cut him out of some blue and then added a little bit of alcohol ink just to show where the branch where he's sat there. And then you've got all these gorgeous sort of leaves and things like that. So I've cut some of these out again, all out of those scraps again in that that textured cardstock box, just to bring in some nicer shades. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, there's some that I haven't actually used there either. So again, this little bit in here, there's a little tiny bit here. So if any of you gets this and you wonder what this bit's for, this could actually create in the background, and you'll see on the picture here, it's probably easier to show you here, you can create the edges to make it look like clouds behind it just by using that little curved edge on a piece of your cardstock. So I haven't actually done that with this one because I just wanted to concentrate on showcasing all these lovely embellishments. So again, just going to pop a little bit of glue onto him and pop that one. He's going to take centre stage here in the middle as if he stood in all that lovely greenery.
A few of our viewers saying well done to you, Jan, for using your paper.
I know.
Gail says it's very brave of you.
I don't count up how many 12 by 12 paper pads I've got, Ben. It's ridiculous. And some of them,
what's the guesstimation?
Multiples.
Guesstimation.
Well, I've got the, is it the lowest tote bags, the big ones?
Yeah.
I've got two of those. One is full of solids.
Right.
And one is full of pattern papers. And those are the more current, the more sort of newer ones.
Yeah.
And then I've got four or five 12 by 12 stacking boxes that I've got going right back. We were just talking earlier about how far back, and when I joined the company in 2016, we were on Sarah Signature's birthday party and Little Angel. Any of you guys that have been with us that long, you'll remember those. So those were my first ones, and then I think it was Autumn Morning.
Yeah.
So going all the way back to those. Then I've actually got a stash of paper pads that aren't Crafter's Companion because I was crafting before I joined the company. So those are from other brands.
Yeah.
And those fit in two of my cubby holes in my IKEA furniture. So yeah, and that's just the 12 by 12s. We'll not get into the box full of 8 by 8s and the box full of 6 by 6s. So yeah, I'm just like you guys, honestly. And
how big's your castle?
The girls actually said to me, Mum, you could probably decorate a whole room with them and still have some left over. Oh my goodness.
I told you I went to Craig's house back in the last year when he came out of hospital. We had a night where he watched a movie and he showed me his crafting there, and I could not believe it. My eyes nearly fell out my head.
I know. We're all the same.
We're all the same. All the stuff. All very neat. I mean, seriously, his craft room is really, really neat. I don't know whether he's got kind of, you know, if you said to him, oh, can you go and get the vintage butterflies paper pad or whatever, he knew where it was, but it's all beautifully neat. But I mean, tons and tons and tons of stuff in there. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
I know, we're all the same.
Yeah.
And the trouble is, it's like, obviously doing what we do here, you know, like I've just done the craft along with the dancing dragonflies, which was lovely. But then, you know, the following next couple of weeks, we're on to the next collection.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of it. But even the crafter side of me can't resist buying paper pads when I go anywhere. So if I go to any of the local shops, still buy the paper pads. And Steve's like, what are you doing? You've got thousands of... Yeah, but I really like that one. And I know that you will understand what I'm talking about because we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all hoarders.
That's
I
why
said
I
to
like...
the girls, I says, when I actually pass and go to a different place, I
That
says,
craft
just
room in
open
the
the
sky.
doors, in the patio doors, in the conservatory, and invite everybody in and have a sale. I says, and you'll probably get enough. Yeah. Absolutely, just literally, get it all going and invite everybody round just to have a look and see what they'd like to take.
That's why I like doing the craft alongs when we have guests on, because I always like having a little nose as to what their craft rooms look like.
Oh.
Susie just says, Jan, we are not hoarders, we are collectors.
We are connoisseurs, paper connoisseurs.
Oh dear.
Right, so again, I'm just using those leaves just to add a little bit of colour around there. I've just realised I've stuck my sentiment over my little guy's head. I'll release you in a minute. How rude. Let me just see if I can pop him out from under there.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
Oh,
Oh dear.
there we go. Here he is on the top. Bing! Just hope I didn't give him whiplash then. Crikey. So we've got that, and then I've just got some pieces. I'm just going to stick these down onto the sides, Ben. I don't know whether you want to just recap those, and then I'll just get the box lid ready.
I tell you what, Gwen's message to our resident riddler saying it's riddle time. Oh, this is not. My guests are arriving for our pool party, and hubby is setting up his crazy fireworks. That sounds dangerous. Says, are you ready for a riddle? Always ready, Gwen, if you want to send one in. And
Yeah.
Have you ever done one of Gwen's riddles?
I haven't, no.
Oh, Guru Jan will probably get it first time when Jan's in the house.
Oh, I don't know.
Send it forward.
Pressure.
Oh no, the riddle isn't my husband's. My guests are arriving for our pool party. The husband is setting up fireworks. What day of the week was it? No, that wasn't the riddle. We're waiting for it to come through. You see. And Deborah just says, I use this die set a lot living in Florida. We use flamingos on all kinds of paper items. I send a lot of cards with flamingos.
It is, it's a nice, they're all nice actually. It was tough to know which ones of these to use because we weren't doing the whole set of them. I had to really sort of have a think about what I wanted to create and which sets I was going to use. And again, possible some mix and match options with them as well, you know, if you're buying it as a set. So I've just popped the sides on the box there, and we're just going to release that last bit of tape.
Shadiza said, Lord Ben, I will not guesstimate nor estimate. I have a 12-litre plastic tote from Costco. 2 have paper. What's that? 4 lowest totes. 1 Crafter's Companion paper handlers, totes full of paper. In my walk-in closet I have, and I will say no more. As for hunky-dory cardstock, please, may I say no more. And Beth just said, yes, I do try to buy 2 of each paper pad just in case. And Laura Fair says, I'm a CC collector too. I always buy 2 of every paper pad, 1 to use and 1 to keep.
1 just to keep, yep. So again, just nice little size there, just to pop a gift in, just showing those beautiful colours on there and looking through into that paper. And as I say, the one that I did at home, I did actually put, you can just see there's a little bit more dimension on the top there.
Yeah.
So you're actually getting sort of more of a view inside, and it creates like a little drop shadow as well inside it when you just lift it with the tape. So yeah, very, very similar. But just nice to pop a little gift in, and it's just something different. You know, it could be a gift bag.
Yeah.
I think these would make excellent embellishments for scrapbook pages. You know, if you'd holidayed somewhere tropical and then you wanted to just decorate with all the embellishments, would look gorgeous as well. So yes, that one was Tropical Paradise.
Oh, I love it. We've had so many. Do you know what? Going from sort of like that frozen scene with the stags to
all that bright colour.
Tropical paradise.
We're getting about tonight.
We
aren't
are. We're going all around the world. Patricia just says, hello everyone. Where is Ben's red, white and blue waistcoat? I wore it earlier. Then I changed into a snowman costume. Not a snowman costume. What was I talking about? A snowman jumper for the launch of the Snowman. I've got me red, white and blue tie on this time, so just a little bit more laid back. So there you go. I'll leave that one dangling out for a minute.
Don't get it trapped, will you? That's the trouble when you leave it dangling. You get it trapped in the drawer. You tie, of course. Honestly, what do you think? I don't want you to bend down and get it stuck. He's lost for words now, aren't you?
I expect something like that from Sarah, but not from you.
Oh my goodness, don't make me laugh, I shall end up coughing again. I've only just calmed down from earlier. Woohoo! Warm over there, Benjamin.
I'm very warm. Yeah, very warm. Right, the interchangeable scene days, I'll just show you. I want to sort of leave that hanging out a little. Don't start that again, Ben. Just so that you can see it's me 4th of July tie. There we go. Right, so interchangeable scene dies. You've got the fairy glade. There's lots of laughing emojis coming through now. Lots and lots. You've got the country cottage there as well. That's my favourite in that collection. I really, really love that. Real sort of postcard-esque, if you like. Then we've got the African savannah with all of the different African animals there, the elephant, the rhino, the giraffe, the lion. Absolutely gorgeous. There's the set that you've just seen there, that tropical paradise with the gorgeous parrot there. Love that flamingo. We all know why flamingos stand on one leg. Because they'd fall over if they didn't, George. Well done. There you go, budum. There's your wonderful wonderland as well with the stags and the deers there too. You've even got that, is that a wolf? Or is it a fox? Looks like a wolf. Could be a wolf, yeah. Run away, little rabbit. So that's included. And then you've also got that gorgeous fairy tale forest, and as Jan was saying, she did a lovely demo with that a little bit earlier on today, which you can go back and watch. Please, if you get a chance, I know you're obviously very busy, particularly in the States, celebrating 4th of July. Do make sure you go back, maybe tomorrow, check back on Wake Up Call, and certainly the launch of the Vintage Snowman, which we're about to have a little look at right now. Trisha just says, lovely creation. Crafty Angie says, Ben has turned beet red. I've calmed down a bit now. I'm getting very embarrassed on current shows here.
Trap, wasn't it, Ben? It made him go very red. He went very warm over there, he did. And I was just talking about his tie, honestly. You guys.
Good one, Jan, says Rose. Yeah, good one, Jan. And Jane says, oh no, this is a different bra scene. This time it's dangling. Did you see the bra scene?
Oh yes, I did. Whip it off. Just reach in there and whip it off.
Reach down and take me bra off.
Your face. You're like...
It made the Daily Express. Do you know what? I mean, I'll always do what the boss says, but even I have limits. You know.
She was funny, honestly.
Oh dear. Let's cool down a bit now.
Oh yes,
let's
cool
get
down.
Back
In the room.
And go back to something that we launched a little bit earlier on. Hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of you have bought this vintage Snowman collection. Now, what you're seeing on screen right there is the complete collection, okay? So it comes with 126 elements. I'll show you them all. And you're also going to get 60 sheets of paper plus your luxury cardstock included too. Now, it's launched today officially. We've taken 25% off the price tag. I never understand it, but I think it's brilliant because I obviously want you guys to have the best deal. But launch day today, you get 25% saving. So it comes down from £126, $162 to this price here. If you're a platinum member, you get it for this price here. And again, if you're a new customer, join up in the club for the first time, that will be your price today because you get 20% off your first order. Many people going for what we're calling the complete set, details right there. Lots of people, though, are going for the collection where you're getting the extra card and the extra paper because, you know, you've said it in the comments.
Yeah, we've just confirmed that, haven't we?
2 lots, exactly right. So you'll get 2 lots of the 12 by 12, 2 lots of the luxury cardstock as well. And this is the best way to go because it works out, if you go for this deal, the 12 by 12, the second 12 by 12 pad, you get for half the price. So it's a £40 saving here, near enough. $50, £94 is your platinum price, $121.32 if you're shopping in the US and your platinum, just shy of your free shipping. So do make sure you spend the extra $3.68 to get it. But the paper pad is gorgeous, and we chatted a lot about this earlier on, but for those of you who are new to it, who haven't seen it yet, it is 36 double-sided sheets. You've got 6 designs, 6 of each, but very cleverly, you know, and we touched on this earlier, you're going to get 6 sheets of this scene here with 4 scenes, and you've also got another 6 sheets of 4 different scenes later on in the pad, which I'll show you. So, as we said, Jan, this is such a great way to almost put a 6x6 inside a 12x12, isn't it?
It is, and you've got it all in one place.
Yeah.
Then. You've not got to worry about, you know, where did I put the 6x6? It's not with my big paper pad. But doing it that way, just literally cutting them with your guillotine into the 4 pieces, you've got 4 6x6 scenes.
Yeah.
All ready to go, just literally to
There you go.
decorate. So if you're not big on doing sort of backgrounds and things like that, these are perfect for you to add those characters and all those little elements to. Really, really pretty. So you've got that lighter version daytime, and then you've got the darker version there with the moon out.
Yeah.
Looks lovely with a little bit of sparkle pen on the moon, or a little bit of the glossy highlights, just to sort of let it stand out a little bit. You know, don't be afraid to decorate and add to your papers. It may be a bit of glitter that you pop on there. You know, sort of just because that paper's already got an image on it, don't be afraid to add to it as well.
And, you know, we touched on it earlier on as well. Those scenes have been obviously beautifully designed for you to be able to pop on all of your characters nice and easily. So you're not having to think, oh, you know, the snowman won't fit, or the different characters won't fit. It's been beautifully designed to make sure that, you know, each and every time you use it, you can create a perfect scene. This is also a really interesting piece because obviously, you know, you use that as a whole, snip it into it if you want to. But again, we were discussing earlier on that you could cut that horizontally and have 4 different scenes there.
4 different scenes, yeah.
You know, so there's so much value for money here. This is one of my it reminds me of no one else will remember this, but back in the day on the Radio Times, they used to have like really extravagant covers at Christmas time, and this just reminds me of one.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Back in the 90s.
I love that. Just that little touch of purple in that one's really nice, because there's a lot of blue and green running through it.
Yeah.
But just that little touch of purple in there, or it might even be like a French navy in there. But it's just that something a bit different, very, very nostalgic looking, and all double-sided.
Yeah, and again, you know what?
I love the reverse of them just as much as well, with that kind of distress pattern in there as well.
Yeah, really beautiful. And again, you know, we've taken all the hard work out of this for you as well, because all the colours, designs will match up beautifully for you too. So 36 sheets, double-sided in there, twice over if you're going for the deal that you're getting on the screen right there. Then you're going to get your luxury cardstock. And once again, this is brilliant because you're going to get 6 different designs or colours if you like, 4 sheets of each, so that gives you your set, and you've got like the pearlescent finish double-sided and then some gorgeous glitter cardstock as well. Really lovely colours in here once again that match up obviously beautifully with all of the colours and designs that you're going to be getting in your pattern paper pad. You know what, I know I skipped past this cardstock a little bit quickly. I do love it, but this is what I love most about this set. It's the glitter cardstock.
The glitter
it's
card,
gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful. It die cuts beautifully. It's non-shed. Just a winner, isn't it? And especially at Christmas time, everybody likes a little bit of sparkle at Christmas time, even if you're not keen on it for the rest of the year.
That's right. And again, I know a lot of you love our glitter cardstock because, like Jan said, it's non-shed, it's encapsulated, but it's still brilliant to work with, brilliant to die cut as well. So you get 2 lots of that. 2 lots of your paper pad, but let's have a look at all of the hardware, if you like, that you're going to get in this collection as well. So starting off with an embossing folder, your falling snow, you know, and a great place to start this really, you know, to get your sort of snowy background going. But as we've discussed, you know, it doesn't have to be snow. You can use this elsewhere. You can, you know, I suppose use whatever colours you want really, just to create a nice sort of background with spots and dots on it.
Yeah.
Then you're going to receive your wintry scene. This is that beautiful cut and emboss folder introducing you to our Frosty the Snowman there. Again, if you want to see this in action, do check back on the earlier shows. Jan did a lovely demo with this, just using a bit of gilding wax and then cutting out one of the other elements within the collection, which you'll see in just a few moments' time. Plenty of sentiments in here too. So from your die sentiments, again, you've got 4 dies here, but they will cut out separately for you. So if you want to interchange some of the wording there, you can do. Really lovely kind of vintage, old sort of style font on these, which I just think fits the collection beautifully. Then you've got your winter blessings, which is all of those beautiful stamp sentiments in there. And again, we've covered off things like Happy Holidays. You've got your Noel there, Merry Christmas, have a holly jolly Christmas. You warm my heart, which I think is quite nice. And hope your Christmas is so much fun. We do love a little pun. Then you're going to meet loads of your different characters here. In stamp form, we have got Mr. Chunks, the gingerbread man. There he is. He's brilliant. He's, well, you know what? He's obviously happy, isn't he? He's obviously happy. He's been made with a lot of love. But you get all of those really cute characters there. I think what you're going to find in this collection, particularly as we go through, there's plenty of personality. There's lots of smiles to be had with this collection, and it really is going to take you down that trip down memory lane, a really vintage, beautiful Christmas collection. There's that lovely reindeer, or moose, as a few of you were saying earlier on, carrying the Christmas tree to that party, to that event. Lots of different present stamps in there, and again, you're going to get even more sentiments to be working with. Next up, let's introduce you to Eggnog.
Eggnog the fox.
There he is.
Look at him. Feeling very, very happy with his little self, isn't he?
Yeah, called Eggnog because a few of you were saying he looks like he's been on the eggnog. But as we said, because we were chatting about this yesterday, a few people say, Debbie, who said, oh, it's a cat. Could be a cat, could be a fox. Depends what colours you use, really. You got that beautiful Winter Wonderland sentiment there as well. More little Christmas embellishments with presents and bells, and the holly sprig there too. Here's the star of the show, that gorgeous snowman, Christmas in your heart. And Jan, you were just saying how much you love the style of the snowman here. Very nostalgic, isn't he?
It is. I think he's my favourite. There's lots of different snowmen, but I really do. I don't know. There's something about that one that really appeals to me. I think it's got that really sort of classic snowman look there. Really nice to colour as well. Sorry, Susie's just gone. Mr. Chunks. Yeah, we named them all earlier on. I can't remember who called him Mr. Chunks. It might have been Pam. Lillian says Mr. Chunks looks like he's been dunked. And Lily says, hey everyone, Ben's right, these characters have so much personality, they're so lovely. They really do. And again, look here, this is that beautiful couple. So this one's called Dashing Through the Snow. That really, really lovely snowman and snow woman couple there. And again, check back the earlier shows, because Jan did such a lovely demo using like a sepia tone, didn't you, with those snowmen? Yeah, it doesn't have to be, you know, all the bright colours in it. It was just keeping it really vintage.
This one here is called Oh Christmas Tree. So that again is that caroling snowman with the tree, with that gorgeous old world lamp in there too. Then you've got the vintage Wonderland. So this is almost like a build your own snow globe. Again, we've covered off so much today. You can go back and watch a demo with this, with Jan from the launch show a little bit earlier. And then lastly in this set, if you've ever wanted to build a snowman, you can with the Jolly Snowman. All the elements there for you to be able to, a great stash buster as we were talking about earlier on. You've got lots of bits and pieces in your gubbins box, lots of nice sort of small dies
little
there.
Scraps and things, yeah,
scraps
to cut all the pieces
use.
out.
You've got the little snowman's face in stamp form there as well, and north and south to pop onto your signpost as well. It's a lovely collection. You guys are loving it. I know that for a fact, because hundreds and hundreds of you have actually already bought this. And you know what? A few people saying that you're coming back to buy more paper pads already as well. Yeah. Deborah just saying, I think more paper will be falling into my basket. And Shaddai says, the way I look at these characters, no proper Christmas for the last 3 years because of COVID. So this is a happy year. So that's why the characters are smiling. Oh, I love that.
Oh, that's a lovely way of looking at it, isn't it?
Love
yeah.
that. Beautiful papers, says Jane. And just loads and loads of lovely comments coming through. Those longer strips on the 12x12, Linda just saying, would be great for your slimline cards. Yep. And the pages would work great for slimline cards, says Anne. The one with the horizontal designs. Jane says also, I may as well go for the extra bundle. You'll end up buying more papers anyway. Oh,
well, the paper pads are always the first element to sell out. We only ever do the one print run with the paper collection. So whether it's a Sarah Sig, whether it's a Nature's Garden, whether it's a specialist collection, they're only that one print run. So when they've gone, that's when we have to start rejigging the bundles. So it is better to get them while they're here. And I know, like I said, from working in the store, we used to order what we thought was a phenomenal amount of paper pads, and you could literally just see them going down. People buying them in 2s and 3s at a time. So yeah, it's better to get them while we've got them in stock than end up sort of missing out. And as I say, it's nearly always, with all the collection, nearly always the first element to go, isn't it, Ben?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yeah. So, you know, if you want to take advantage of the best deal to get the bundle, jump in and grab it right now. A few of you as well just chatting. I'm going to disappoint you here, because a few people say, do we get a sneak peek for the launch tomorrow? Well, no. Unless Jake wheels it in. We have got a break coming up in just a little bit, so if we can, we'll try. I did have to look to see if it's on the website. It's not even there yet, so Well, I won't promise anything, but we'll try. There we go. We'll try and do something. One thing I can promise you, though, is another demo with this collection, which we're going to do with the final one of the day.
We're going to have a look at the Snowman again, yeah, because it has been such a popular choice. It's, you know, sort of Christmas time. I always used to be wary of buying Christmas goods because I thought, well, it only comes around once a year. But when you think how many projects you make for Christmas, whether it's actually the cards to send out, whether it's sort of memory books, scrapbooks, things like that, to actually document Christmas. I know a lot of you do the December dailies during the month of December. So there's so many different options to use it. So I'm going to come back to that Dancing Through the Snow and use that little snowman couple. And this is the one that we were talking about that we did earlier. If you didn't watch the launch show, I literally just used one colour on here just to sort of make it look more vintage. And we made that lovely design with the easel card, if I just turn that round for our judge to have a look at. And literally just kept it sort of monotone there. All the little embellishments, the pillar box, the presents and everything, we're just using that one particular colour. So we're going to go the other way now. We're going to use the same stamp set. We're going to go nice and colourful with this one. We're going to bring in that blue again. It's been quite a predominant colour through this particular collection. So again, we've got the stamp set in there. You've got that beautiful sleigh on the back of it. And then we've got that gorgeous little couple along with several embellishments in there. And even the little snowflakes are sort of invaluable for just filling in areas. If you're making your own backgrounds, these look great, you know. So we're going to take that little couple there and we're going to stamp them out. And I've already actually done the stamping. You can see just onto some Nina cardstock there. They're just so, so cute. They really are. She's got her Victorian bonnet on there. He's got his top hat on. And then I've added some colour to that. So I'm not going to do the colouring again because we did talk about colouring on a couple of occasions in the launch show. So what I'm going to do is just bring in that one, you can see at the side of there, just bring in that lovely deep blue tone into it. It looks very, very different to the one that we did earlier with that sepia tones. So again, just depending on how you colour them in and what medium you're using can make them look very, very different. So what we're going to do then is we're going to pop a little card together using those. You also get, I forgot to turn that over, you've got the dies there again to cut out. So once you've done the colouring, or if you want to die cut first, we were talking about this earlier as to which order you want to do things in. So if you die cut first, you're not going to risk sort of damaging your colouring if you've coloured it first. Die cut it out, you can see it just leaves that lovely little white edge again around it, which allows it to stand out from whatever you're attaching it, whether it's sort of pattern paper or a background that you've prepared yourself. So those are the dies, and there's dies for all the stamps in that set. You've got the sleigh, you've got the post box, you've got the presents in there, the Santa sack, even the little snowflakes have got their own dies in there as well. So it's really been thought through well. So what we're going to do is we've got papers again from that stash. I've got a collection of mats and layers at the ready. I've just used some Centura Pearl this time for my card base. We've got that lovely blue pearlescent card that's in that A4 pack. It's a really, really nice shade of blue as well. It's like a French navy, which again, it's sort of all down to that vintage, that nostalgic sort of feel. Oh, I thought we were doing well with tape pens. I've nearly got through the show without it running out. It's
to be fair, you've used it pretty much on all your demos today.
I know,
so
I tend to get through one per show, per day of shows, should I say. I have a stash at home, we're all right. So literally just going to start and mat and layer these, and then I've also chosen the paper that I wanted to use, and it's got that lovely sort of colour running through it. This is the one that you like, Ben, with the lanterns on, so just cutting into it. And then I've used a piece of that gorgeous champagne glitter card as well, just to actually give us a little bit more dimension behind it. So again, I'm going to use that tape runner again, and just get these mats and layers down. And then I've got a piece just to break it up a little bit and add a bit more detail. We're just going to pop another piece across the centre. So again, I've cut a narrower strip this time of the blue, and then I've matted and layered on the same basis that we've done on the outside. I've turned over and used the reverse of the paper just so that we've got a bit of a contrast, and then I've added a piece of the white grosgrain ribbon there just on the back to add a little bit more detail. So again, you know, using it with things that you've got in your stash. So this one's going to go sort of about third of the way up from the bottom. And then we're going to pop this one on top of there. Again, if you want to add dimension to any of this, you can. I've actually put the snowmen on foam pads, so I didn't want to put too much dimension on here.
Just, by the way, Gwen's riddle's come through. I think I've got this one. She says, obviously busy getting your 4th of July on. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? I've got it.
What 5-letter word becomes shorter
when you add 2 letters to it?
when you add 2 letters to it?
Yeah, I've got that. Give you we'll give you a few minutes. Have a little think on that.
And then I've just die cut using some of my dies there. A nice little frame to pop these guys in, just to bring them into sort of centre stage there.
Oh, that is cute.
So again, you know, you could have it in the corner, have your sentiment
Yeah.
at the top. I'm going to stick with it sort of reasonably central, I think, there. So again, I've popped some foam tape on the back of the little frame.
Yep.
So we just take that tape off there.
I must just mention something which Susie said as well, which has made me smile. So the snow couple that you've got there, initially, she can't unsee it now, Susie didn't see that they've got little smiles at the bottom of their faces, so she thought that their nose was the mouth. So
They were a bit astonished.
She was saying, like, why? She was thinking, why did the snow couple look so like scared? They're like that. But it's obviously, I can see that now as well.
Maybe they saw that moose coming. Or maybe it was Mr. Chunks that scared them.
Or maybe they were shocked at how much eggnog the was drinking. I mean, who knows? Who knows? But yes, Susie, I can't stop seeing it now either. And thank you to Liddy, who's just messaged to say, Jan is such an elegant crafter. Even the way she uses the tape runner is classy. Not like me, I'm a bull in the china shop, says Liddy Jones.
Honestly.
Yeah. George thinks he's got the riddle. Don't shout the answer out, George, just in case.
Do you know, I've not really, I'm sort of concentrating
I know,
on
you're
what
busy
I'm
doing other
there,
things.
so I'm not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
So again there, now so for some reason, I've lost the top of my sentiment. I'd made a nice little mat layer to go on here.
Yeah.
And I'd stamped out the You Warm My Heart. Now it's evading me somewhere, it's hiding. I've got a spare bit, but no sentiment on there. So what I'm going to do is just swap it over for the one that I've added the sentiment, and I've just added a little bit of bling to the bottom there. You can see we're sort of along similar lines there. But just if I bring that other one back in, how different, to say that that's the same stamp set, just how different they look by changing those different colour background papers and then inks, you know, the coloured ink versus that lovely sort of sepia tone there. So again, you know, it doesn't have to be anything really, really fancy.
Yeah.
Let that collection do the work for you. So if I turn you that one round, we've just got there that lovely little snowman and his missus there. Oops, my fan's blowing everything around. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. There's so much in that collection that it really is a treat to work with.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a lovely, lovely collection. You can still get your hands on it. As we said, and you guys have obviously kind of admitted to this tonight already, you know, you love your paper pads, you love your cardstock. This is the collection here. This is the one to go for, because you're going to get 2 of your 12 by 12 paper pads and 2 of those luxury cardstock selections as well. £94, $121.32. And I know that, you know, for a lot of people, times are tight. And if you think, oh, I really love this collection, I can't stretch to the full bundle. All the items currently are available individually, so you can make up your own mini bundles. If you find that you can stretch to maybe $45, $55, you will get an extra 10% off. But that's the great news currently, that everything is still available individually. It won't be the case very soon, because things are flying out of the door. So get whatever it is that you want within the budget that you've got and enjoy this collection. You'll have a lot of fun with it. We're going to take a short break in just a second, but before that we thought we would head into the break with the vote for the demo of the show, and we'll come back with the demo of the day in just a bit too. So let's have a look at what Jan's made in the show. Recap on your makes, please, Jan.
I think I might know where this one's headed.
You never know.
Right, with the attention it got. So we started out at the top of the show then with those lovely cut-in word dies. We did a happy birthday one. We popped the little shaker pieces behind there. I've just got some of those, and those are on the show if you want to stock up on any of the sequins. So that was number 1.
Yep.
Number 2 caused a riot when we did the heat embossing. So again, just using that stamped scene there, but rather than colouring it, we used the black cardstock and just popped silver embossing powder to define that stamped image over the top. So that was number 2. Number 3, we went to that tropical paradise there, made the little gift box with all those lovely bright colours for the tropics. Embrace your inner flamingo. And then number 4 was the little snowman couple again, just going back to that lovely vintage snowman collection to finish off with.
How, just get your votes in, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Mary Lee's is saying, how tall is that snowman couple, roughly?
The little snowman couple, let me just grab my ruler. And we're looking from top to bottom.
Yeah.
I would say about 2 3/4 of an inch to be clear of him.
Yeah.
By about 2 1/4.
Brilliant.
So 2 3/4 to the top of his hat, 2 1/4 across. It's a nice little size to work with. It's not too big, that one.
Yeah.
The other snowman, the one that I said was sort of like the sort of daddy of snowmen. He's quite a bit taller, but this is a nice one just to fit in that little section there.
Thank you for that, Jan. Mary Lee, there you go. Deborah says another lovely card, and Amy O says Jan's demos have been beautiful and so inspiring as always. I really enjoy watching her. She is amazingly talented, isn't she? Absolutely. And just as we head to the break, I think we've got the riddle. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? I've got, George, ready after 3. 1, 2, 3, short. I think that's what we're going for. It's got to be that. Let us know, Gwen, if we're right. Listen, if you have got items in your basket right now, get to the checkout, check them out. And thanks to my main man out there, who's working his socks off after eating all the s'mores, Jake, I asked him, I said, can you dig out the launch for tomorrow so we can have a little sneaky peek? Can you dig it out? And he went, which means, yeah, let me just finish this s'more. I'll go and dig it out for you, and you can show it on the show in just a few moments' time. So that's what we're going to do.
Had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Put away your tape measure and fabric scissors. The Threader's fabric cutter offers accuracy and precision with every cut. This handy tool slices through fabric in a guillotine style. Its ergonomic design features a comfortable and protective handle, so it's safe and easy to use whether you're right or left-handed. Its 45mm rotary blade will cut up to 6 layers of fabric at a time, so your sewing, quilting, and upholstery project times are cut down to size. It's equipped with a measuring guide in metric and imperial for a perfectly accurate cut every time. The built-in grid ruler has 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angle lines, so you can cut fabric on any angle, including the bias. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash. Quick Buy, all your crafting must-haves in a flash.
Make light work of intricate and delicate die-cutting designs with the Pokey tool from Crafter's Companion. An absolute essential part of any paper crafter's kit, its precise tip has been designed to release the tiniest pieces to reveal your finished results with absolute precision. And to make sure your finished project is perfect, each Pokey tool has a rubber tip protector, so there's no risk of damaging your die-cutting design or yourself. The Crafter's Companion Pokey tool is such an essential craft item, we've included 2 in each set.
Quick Buy, get yours now.
Yes, yes, yes. Got the riddle, didn't we, George? Boom. Gwen says short. It's a 5-letter word. Add 2 letters to it. It's shorter. Kudos to those with the correct answer. Yes. Well done, everyone, if you got that right. Always fun riddling and crafting when Gwen's with us. Everything has been incredible today, says Vicky. Jan is so amazingly talented and is a fantastic teacher. We would love to see her on Crafters TV more often.
I am here a little bit more often this month because obviously our Craig, as you know, is off in hospital, so I have got a little bit more airtime, but it is purely because I work part-time. I've got my little grandson at home, so he takes up some of my time when Mum's working, but I love every minute of being here, and I wish I could be here more often, but I have got other things going on as well, so yes.
I think as well, you know, was it absence makes the heart grow fonder? I think we appreciate you more.
Oh, maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if you're here all the time...
I've got another craft along coming up this month, though, with that gorgeous sunflower collection, so...
have I got a craft along with you? I think I have.
If you have, you will be crafting along, Mr. Moseby.
I will.
You will definitely.
Oh, I thought you said you won't be.
No, you will definitely. You can't get out of that now. We've set a precedent now, haven't we? Yes. Yeah. Not got a choice.
But I feel like now everyone's seen my skills that you've taught me. Everyone wants to craft along with me.
Of course,
Michelle,
yes. In popular demand.
You know. Very quickly. So here's the exciting thing. We're going to have a quick flick through tomorrow's launch for you. We have managed to get our hands on it. It is not yet live on the website, and unless it's gone live in the last 10 minutes. I looked a minute ago and it wasn't there. But you might want to keep checking back. It could go live later on today. It could go live in the morning. I don't know the answer to that. We'll do that in just a second. What I want to do, though, is quickly announce the demo of the show.
I'll be amazed if it's with the reaction it got. I've already popped it on there. I'll be amazed if it's not this one.
Well, here's the amazing thing. It's one.
Really?
No, it's two.
I gotta say. I would, with the reaction
one by
that one
landslide,
got, with that gorgeous silver embossing on there, yeah.
So, demo of the day then. I mean, I've got a feeling it could go the same way, but you never know. So, number one, from the Vintage Snowman collection from Wake Up Call this morning. Number two, from the actual launch of the show a little bit earlier on. So that's number two. 1, 2, or number three, which is the one you've just voted for. I have a funny feeling. But having said that, yesterday on the vote for the demo of the week, we were very, very sure, even Debbie was sure, that Michelle's card was going to win. But Debbie's
you just never know, do you? You never know.
You never know. Now, very exciting. I'm not sure we're supposed to be doing this.
Don't tell anybody.
Okay, don't tell anybody. We're going to give you a bit of a sneaky peek of the Frosty and Bright. I've not seen this.
I've not seen the whole collection, no, not yet.
Before I do this, right, are we actually allowed to do this, or am I going to get in trouble? Johnny, you're going to take the blame? Okay. Johnny's taking the blame. I'm doing this because my producer told me to, and whatever my producer tells me to do...
Of course, we have to oblige, don't we?
I have to oblige. So here we go, Frosty and Bright.
Oh, look at that colour scheme again. Oh, it's got pink in it. Oh,
Jan's in love.
It's got pink in it. It's a good job I've just been paid.
Should we have a little look through here? I'll show you side by side so you can see the front and the reverse.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it's rather lovely, isn't it?
That's got a definite Frosty feel to it, hasn't it?
It absolutely has. Oh, look at that.
Here comes the pink look. Yep. Sold.
Jan's going to be there. Absolutely gorgeous
the
is this.
The reverse is nice on them as well, isn't it? The double-sided one again. Look
Merry
at that.
Christmas. It's got a real sort of contemporary Christmas feel to this one as well. Just to say, I'm showing this on the side so you can just obviously see the front and the reverse of this. You will be able to look at those Christmas trees. Those are screaming again. You know, like you did earlier on with your sparkle pen.
Yeah, just to add that little bit of sparkle to them, or even a little bit of glue and some glitter on there. Yeah, a bit of foil. If you've got one of the glue pens, you can use the cold foil to highlight it. Yeah.
I'll just give you another flick through of that one more time. What was I going to say? Yes. So tomorrow. Apparently loads of you are going bananas for this already. Tomorrow you will be able to get this in a standard collection once again, and we have done the collection like we've done with the Vintage Snowman with the extra card stock as well. The pink is amazing, isn't it? That is gorgeous.
That is lovely.
That
really
is
pretty.
Wow.
It's got almost, even though it's got that frosty look, it's a little bit shabby chic as well, isn't it? With the colours. Christine
Mahoney Johnny's just gone, oh dear, how many is she going to buy? So you've got that in there. I'll quickly, because I've just seen what the time is here. So you've got beautiful bauble dies in here. Those are stunning, aren't they? As you would call them Christmas ornaments, though, we call them baubles. Christmas tree foliage in there, almost like build your own Christmas wreath. Talking about Christmas trees, how stunning is that Christmas tree edgeable?
Beautiful.
That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got embossing folders in here as well, so a Christmas tree frame. Is that cut and emboss?
Pretty as
yeah,
well.
cut and emboss.
That's lovely.
Really
That'd make
beautiful.
a gorgeous photo frame for Christmas, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If you like the Christmas tree we just showed you in die form, look at that enchanted Christmas tree embossing folder.
Embossed, yeah.
3D embossing folder, I think. Yeah. Look at that. I love that. It's almost like the tinsel sort of like swirling up the tree, isn't it, to the top. You've got sentiments in here as well, sentiments and die, so Merry Christmas sentiments. Lots there. Then here, this is your, you're going to get a 4x6 snowflake resist pad.
Oh, I like these. Yes, so you can add your inks to it, and the actual pattern, if you just rub it over with a smooth cloth when you finish, that pattern sort of comes through.
Yeah.
It resists the ink.
So
really pretty. So that means you could add whatever colour you want to work with to that.
There's one more here. So it is, it's 12 designs that you're getting within that particular collection there. Lots of wow emojis coming through. That's not all, because you're also going to receive, look at that, snowflake edgeable.
Oh, that's pretty.
Pretty.
It's an edgeable, but if you did it back to back, you'd get a full snowflake, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
More snowflakes in here, as you'd expect.
Look at those. They
Sparkling
never go
snowflakes.
amiss, do they?
Look at
Yeah, that's
they
the
are
equivalent of
beautiful.
putting a butterfly on an ordinary card, isn't it? Put a snowflake on a Christmas card.
You've then got some edgeables in here as well. So Happy Christmas.
Yep.
You've got, what else have we got? Happy Holiday. Oh, Happy Holidays. That's
I like
lovely.
that one. I like that as a phrase, yeah.
And then you've also got Merry and Bright.
Very nice.
And then one thing I didn't spot at the bottom of the pile is your, you do get a 6x6 paper pad with this one as well. So that again is just the miniature version of the 12x12. Do you want to have one last little look at the paper pad? I feel really naughty showing you this. Quick. Johnny's just gone and passed my yearly review, so it's fine. He's all right for another year now, so he doesn't have to worry. Yeah. She did say in the review, though, that the boss, whatever you do, don't show the Frosty and Bright collection. It's an exclusive for Tuesday. Do you know what? I'm a little bit gutted because I'll let you into a secret here. I'm supposed to be here. Well, I am working tomorrow, but we're doing some filming and some bits and pieces out on location. So I am in work, but I'm not here. I've been taken off shift, so I was actually launching this tomorrow, but now I'm not going to be here, which I'm absolutely gutted about. I can tell you though, they have replaced me with one of the absolute best, Leanne. Is going to be here tomorrow. It's Leanne and Corinne tomorrow. So you've got Leanne for the full day with Corinne, and this amazing collection is going to be launching for you tomorrow at 2 o'clock, 9 o'clock Eastern. I know a lot of you will be up early for this, and you'll probably be picking it up on Wake Up Call tomorrow morning. But you know what? You talk about that vintage snowman flying out. This is going to absolutely monster out of the door tomorrow, I am sure. I think that is everything. There may be more. We're just wondering whether there's another paper pad to go with it. But I literally just grabbed everything which Jake is. Oh, hang on. There's an A4 luxury mixed card pack as well.
Jake just leapt out of his seat.
He
then
did.
When he heard that. He's on it. Look.
Oh, that's the one. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah.
Look at that.
I won't open this one up because it's it's brand new, but you've got all of that in there. So you've got your luxury mixed card stock in there, 5 colours, 2 pearlescent and 2 glitter. Oh, that's what you're seeing. If anyone asks, we didn't show you. Don't tell Leanne and Corinne tomorrow, especially don't tell Leanne. Oh dear, get me in trouble. Demo of the day. Well, you're getting an amazing price on it as well tomorrow. Johnny's just told me. I'm not telling you what, because that really will get me in trouble. What's the demo of the day?
I don't know. Did the Snowman win, or did we go with the embossing?
No, they didn't. It's that one.
It's this one, yeah. Certainly caused a stir, that one, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it does look really, I'm impressed, I must admit, it does look really effective with just that embossing powder on there. So thank you very much, guys.
Well done.
Yep.
So when are you back? When do we see you?
I'm back on the 15th. So I'll be here for Wake Up Call. Becky will be doing Softer Side, and then I'm back again for the 6 o'clock show, which is a masterclass.
Lovely.
Okay.
Well, she'll very much look forward to that. Thank you for an awesome day. It's been brilliant.
You're welcome.
As always. Thank you to you guys as well for watching. Massive thank you to all of our team today, working very hard behind the scenes. Thank you to Superstar Susie on the socials. Thank you to Caitlin. Thank you to Taylor, who was here earlier on. Rachel dropped in as well. Jake is, well, I mean, he's back in the... He's back in the kitchen. Thank you to... Johnny's just gone, well, you've just been in the kitchen making s'mores all day. S'mores. It's been... having a laugh. Wouldn't say it's been hard work. Oh, I take it back. Yeah, thanks to Jake for eating all my s'mores. Thank you to George for helping him out. Thank you to Johnny. Johnny and Jan, pretty much the only ones who've done any real work today. And congratulations to Johnny for passing his review as well. Whether he'll still be here tomorrow after that shenanigans, I don't know.
Can they revoke it?
Just a final few comments on that collection. A resist pad, OMG, how exciting, says Ninny. Rosalind says, I normally don't buy collections when they come out, but this one may break the cycle. And Shadai says, well, if the Christmas collection has now started and this is what we are seeing now, what else is up Sarah's sleeves? I'm going to have to get some equity from my house to shop. Thank you for a fabo day, everybody. We've really, really enjoyed it. Massive thank you to Jan, as I say. I will be here but not here tomorrow, so I'll be back with you on Sunday for more fun. But yeah, make sure you're with us tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing day with the official launch of that Frosty and Bright collection. You wouldn't want to miss it. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Bye for now.